Here in Mercer Island, people have many different opinions about the weather. You could either love it or hate it. However, I want to know the pros and cons of one thing that teenagers in MIHS like and what they hate about the weather in their small city they live in. Here's what I got. What do you think about the weather in Mercer Island?
The weather.
It's usually rainy and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I get tired of it in the winter when it's cold and dark. Mostly, not because of the rain, just because of the darkness, because it's kind of gloomy. But in the summer, it's super hot. It almost gets to 100 degrees usually. So I would probably say spring and fall are my favorite seasons in Seattle because you get the cherry blossoms in the spring and you get the colorful leaves in the fall. So that's what I like about Seattle weather. It makes me feel kind of sad, but at the same time it also makes me hopeful because that's when the holidays are and I know that spring is coming. So,
Okay. And what are your pros and your cons about spring and summer and all that?
Pros and cons, let's see. I think the sun acts kind of as both a pro and a con for summer because it's so hot.
Yeah.
But we also get the summer festival and we get a lot of vitamin D, so that's good. In the spring, pros and cons. Pollen allergies.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly, I know my family has that. But a good part of spring is the cherry blossoms and just walking through them, and that's nice. And pros and cons of winter in Seattle. The cold and the dark.
Yeah.
But a pro, I guess, is being inside watching the snowfall. It's nice because we got a lot of snow here this year.
Yeah.
Pros and cons of fall. It's rainy is a con, but I love the leaves and the crisp autumn air, and I would say in the fall it's more of a drizzle than pouring rain.
What is your opinion on the weather in Mercer Island?
I don't really like it because it's always cold and windy and like rainy. But in the summer, like it's good because it's like hot and stuff. It's like warmer.
So are there any pros and cons you have about the cold weather even though you hate it?
Yeah, okay, because like the cold weather, I mean like the cons, like you always have to have a coat, and if you don't have a coat, like what are you gonna do? You know you're just gonna be cold. But then the pros, I guess like, well, I mean there isn't really any pros. I mean, yeah, there isn't really any pros because then if you're inside, like it's gonna be cold outside, and you have to like turn on the heat, which is like electricity bill. So like, I don't know. I don't really think there's any pros to cold weather.
So even though you like the weather in Mercer Island when it's warm, do you have some cons and pros with it too?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so pros, like obviously it's warm and it's like more convenient. You don't have to like carry an umbrella or like, you know. And the cons probably like it's really hot, and then a lot of like rooms in here don't have air conditioning, so it's like you're like sweating in class and you can't really do anything about it. So yeah.
Many teenagers, like the two that I have interviewed, are not a fan of the cold. Even though the island has a lot of cold weather which makes many feel gloomy, we would never be able to appreciate the weather in the spring and the summer without it.